Good morning. Just waking up. I have gotten into the habit of reading this book. I never really cared about the day of the week. I don't have the attention span for that because I can already feel it. But I instantly wake up and I want to confirm it. So I'll grab my phone and I'll say, hey, what day of the week is it? And I'm going right straight to this book. So I don't want to read the whole thing to you because the dog chewed my glasses. So I'll stumble a little bit trying to see. But I want to read this last paragraph. I just loved it. I love it. I love it. Okay, first let me read this. Let us approach God's throne of grace with confidence in that way that we receive mercy and find grace to help in our time of need. And that's Hebrews 4:16. Those words are really small. I can duplicate grace in my movements and in my graceful actions of hospital hostess. But to mirror the grace of Jesus, well, I must put aside my desires. I must love those who seem unlovable and forgive those who've done the unforgivable. Unselfishly serve those I'd rather not and do what is in the best interest of others, just like Jesus graciously did for me. And that was written by Isabella Campolatero. And the faith step here is, what does grace mean to you? I want you to think about an instance where you could have shown Jesus' grace to someone else, and then pray for the guidance to remember that to do that in the future is to walk the path of Jesus. So everyone knows, I say in my own terminology, I shudder at the name Jesus. It's not out of fear. I know that's not his real name. I do believe that bloodline, covered by the blood, that I'm covered by that blood. Like I have probably the same or similar DNA structure as Yeshua. And that's what I get from my meditations. So walking the path, that's why I never had this resonance to the Jesus that's depicted in the Bible. I could never resonate with it or with him, but the path that he chose, worshiping him, holding him up high, the path that he chose is the correct path. He is a Messiah. He's a messenger. And I always knew that following that path is the right path. I always knew that it's not the way that they terminize it in the Bible. The type of terminology that's used, okay, sorry, you're making a lot of noise. The type of terminology that's used to describe going to the Father through the Son, it causes a culture of Jesus worshipers. And that's not what Jesus or Yeshua wanted. That's not what was meant. That's not the truth, right? So the truth is to follow the path. The path that he laid out is a path that everyone can choose for themselves. And you're covered by that path. And that's the path of love. So grace, I don't know if I have grace. I'm probably one of the most clumsy people you'll ever meet because I'm moving. And I was extraordinarily clumsy when I was a child. I mean, like beyond clumsy, beyond the ordinary clumsy because of so much programming, right? So when I think of forgiving and serving the unlovable and the unforgivable, I think about, first of all, it's crazy that would be today's message. Because yesterday I was so excited. Yesterday I was so happy. Yesterday I could feel like I felt like I was flying through the clouds. And at the end of the day, and I said, I did a self-evaluation and I said, oh, why did I feel so good anyway? And I looked at my notes and I looked at the screenshots that I'd kept throughout the day. And I realized I could feel the energy of my children moving towards me. And I was very happy for that. And then I had to recollect and I had to say, oh, hell no. I don't want them anywhere near me. They've betrayed me. I can't trust them. They've hurt me. And so I stopped myself from feeling that love. I stopped myself from consciously elevating. I didn't allow it anymore once I recognized that that's where it was coming from. And this morning I'm saying to myself, what if they're ready to learn? What if they're actually ready to get on that path? What if they're ready? What if they're ready to do the right things in life? What if they're ready to hear about Yeshua? What if they're ready to understand what love is? Because I've taken it from them. To be cut off from your mother's love, to be cut off from your mother's protection. I don't know if I could ever really understand what that would feel like because I never really had none of that. I never had it. I had a mother who was a soulless being. My mother was just a shell of a woman, and there's no consciousness to that. And I would watch different entities at different times take her over, and she'd morph, and I never liked her. No matter who she changed into, I never liked her. But I love my mom. But I never liked her. I never trusted her, and I could never follow her. And if I catch myself subconsciously doing anything that my mother would have done, I make a conscious effort to recognize that immediately, and I stop that behavior. And I recognize that it's a conditioned behavior, it's a learned behavior, and I don't want to do that anymore. I will disengage from that, and I will move in a different direction. So when I think about what if my children feel the wrath of losing their mother's love and their mother's protection, and recognize that that's not what they want for themselves, and they, on a conscious level, want to heal that. They want that love back. They want that covering, that protection. There is nothing in the world like pure unconditional love. And my children know I am a source full of that. For them to have betrayed that, to me, is like, it's the unthinkable. It's unfathomable. The way that I feel about it is devastating. It's devastating to me. It's devastating to everything that I stand for. It's devastating to everything that I believe in. So when I realized through this message this morning that for me to honor my own path, for me to honor my own choices, I would have to exhibit grace. And so, A, I found something that I need to work on, and B, I have the permission to be excited about one day reuniting with my girls. One day being able to love them like I used to. One day being able to give them access to that full, pure love, or full access to that pure, unconditional love. And I have permission to get excited again through the grace of the Son of Christ, the Son of Christ, the light of the Christos, which is Yeshua, or Yeshua, Thoth, Hermes, whatever you want to call him. So we can do another video another time on what my beliefs are about them, because I've had experiences with 2 out of 3 of them. And so I do have some concrete evidence. I do have some concrete beliefs. But the bottom line is that I have the right to get excited. I have the right to feel joy at the thought of being able to finally have the perfect students, my own 2 children. The apple does not fall far from the tree, but somehow I must be on a hill so damn high that my apples, they fell and they ran far away. But the apples somehow are gravitating back to where they came from. And the only thing I can do is prepare to have love and to have grace. And I gotta tell you, reading that, I just sat here and I breathed for a few minutes, and I thought to myself, I really feel good. I really feel at peace. I had to actually forgive myself for being excited about my kids. I felt like I was doing something bad. I felt like I was doing something wrong. And I felt like I really had to make a conscious effort to feel another emotion. And that's not fair. They're still my children. They've done the unforgivable. They've done the unthinkable. They've broken an unbreakable bond. But even love, even pure unconditional love, can heal that. And I'm looking forward. And I am excited that one day I'll be able to look them in the eyes and say, hey, I love you. I forgive you. It's okay. Not today, but soon, one day, through grace. So I hope that helps. I hope that you were able to find in your heart an opportunity to forgive the unforgivable and to just love and be covered by the blessing of love through the path that Yeshua lives, that was set forth for us. I am not one of those Bible quoting fools. I am the last person, and I've read the Bible in juvenile detention. I read the Bible front to back 3 times. I know the Bible, but what I was looking for wasn't in it. I was disappointed each time. And that's why I went back again and again, was because I was like, well, maybe I missed something. No, I didn't miss something. There's so much lies in there. There's so much twisted faith in there. There's so much manipulation in there that I couldn't swallow it. I can't repeat it. It's not the truth entirely. And so that's how I feel about the Bible. But I know that Yeshua, that path that he's living, the messages that he brought, the healing that he taught is the truth. You can say I'm an ascended master. I'm training with him, whatever you want to say. But I'm gonna tell you right now, he is the way. His path is the way. Not him, his path, the teachings, that is the way. That is the only way. Trust it. Try it. Set yourself free. I'm telling you, the amount of peace that just washed over me when I gave myself permission and I realized I don't have to hold that. No weight, no grudge, no hard feelings. I can just let it go. It's priceless. Love yourself, because I damn sure love on me. Forgive the sleep hat. I really just got up. Have a great day, guys.